All right, all right. Thank you, thank you. If anybody's here already, happy Thursday. I hope you all are avoiding the wild weather we have going outside. I actually have the window open over there so I can see out, make sure that we don't blow away. Just watching Max Velocity. I'm sure that's where everybody that isn't here is. And that's it, you know. Welcome to another Thursday night. I hope you all are doing well. We got there's a lot of stuff that I have for tonight. Cannabis news, as always, we can check it out, see if it's worth a darn paying attention to. We've got some stream idea generator. We'll click that a couple of times and see what happens. But I also, my favorite part, the thing that I'm looking forward to, I am going to tweak and alterate an app that I am building live so you all can see it. Maybe you can have some inputs on functionality that I might be missing, especially if you're part of the disc golf community. It might be easier for you to input. Oh, Mr. Sean Whitney, I'm doing very well, thank you, sir. I hope you're doing even better. How you been, brother? We are currently getting whacked by quite some larger storms. Oswego is in the path of some stuff. Well, they're the beginning point for some stuff. A little bit north of us in Bartlett and Schwamberg. We got to watch out for them. Schwamberg is coming in hot. Schwamberg! Dude, it is. It's a Schwamberg type of night, dude. Avoid the Schwams. I honestly can't wait. It's been what I've been doing for a long time now. By a long time, I mean for like the last couple of days. I have been playing in a program called Cursor, which is essentially a coding agent that helps build different platforms. Sean, I know you're a computer guy. Guapo, I know you're a computer guy. It'd be sweet if we got our buddy fucking Daily Homegrown in here, because I know he's a coding guy. But Sean, what part of you were more on like the hardware side of things, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that was maybe it. I am I'm a new computer guy. I do love computers. I think they're neat. Salsa Courier. Golly, 3944. Number one, though, in the heart. What's up, dude? How you been? Happy Thursday. How's the fam? Miss you guys. I honestly do. I was thinking about you the other day. I was driving up that direction, went through the neighborhood, and I was thinking about you. I actually was 1 block away from you. Thought about stopping in, but didn't want to be a random hopper-inner, you know? But yeah, I've been playing around with old Cursor, and I love what's happening on there. I've just been doing so much. Let me, real quick, I'll show you, because I don't think there's... Nope, there it is. Look at this thing. Oh, look at Ace Pots on the top. League Nights, the League, Fox Valley Metro Disc Golf Club. We got a few test fucking ones going on. This sucks. Duh. We got that one going on, too. Oh, shit, Salsa. Be careful, dude. There is some gnarly weather coming that direction right now, so I absolutely will. I apologize for not calling in, or calling you when I was over there, but yeah, I can't wait to do this. This is going to be fun to play around with. And I can't wait to show a couple of you what I've built so far, because I think it's, well, at least for me, instead of doing this, okay, which is a lot of back and forth between the phone on this thing, between the phone on this thing, back, make sure it's right, ask who's got what tag, put it back in, make sure we got the right one. Oh, I beat so and so. Well, fuck, how did I know? Sometimes I mess shit up. Not often. Sometimes. As some folks do. But I've digitized this thing to a very functional. It actually works. I imported. Well, I pulled this out so that I could take last week's all of this and I put it in, and then I exported the information from UDisk and then implemented it into the new app, and it actually did everything exactly the way that it was supposed to. The one thing that I do, it's slightly tweaked a little bit, and I can readjust all of this stuff pretty easily. When somebody was trying to hurry up and leave before we finalized all the tags, they grabbed the highest tag. What I should have done was put their score at like 99. Scores aren't tracked for anything important at this point, but I think with the new checkout process, it's gonna be so quick that like all you're gonna have to wait for is for all the cards to be, which again could be a pain in the ass, but I now have a workaround to make it so it doesn't fuck the tags up, and we keep everything in order of what it's supposed to be. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's that. I'm pumped about it. Cannabis news, I clicked on it earlier. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Nothing in the slightest bit grabbed my attention. The one thing that I will say, Kentucky Rep Memes. Is this like memes? Is it memes? Is it memes? Is it I just don't know how to really say his name, but it urges prosecution over marijuana expansion. The thing is, we need less prosecution than we do just less enforcement. But then I can't wait until we get to do the thing on Monday. Guap knows what I'm talking about. That's when Guapo and I record together for the Two Dope Dudes episode. But one of our good friends, Cole, made a very nice news story that we're going to go over. And it really kind of talks about what I'm ranting on now, which is that if we look at this, look at all the enforcement headlines that there are. Alderman says lawmakers failed to address illegal cannabis sales near schools. This is a policy problem. Here we go. Man arrested. That's an enforcement issue. New cannabis shop opens in South Hero. Until they get enforced. No, they're good. Congratulations, South Hero, folks. Pennsylvania lawmakers vote down marijuana oversight proposal. So it's just another policy thing. It's all policy and enforcement. Policy and enforcement. What I'm trying to do is add a light inside of all of those policy and enforcement fucking things. That's what Guapo and I are trying to do, where we put some level of optimism back into it, a clarification and understanding of how we could arguably get back to the respect, you know what I mean, like what would you call it, the culture of things, where we're all just getting the fuck along. But here we go. 1,800 pounds of marijuana found hidden among cargo on I-20. So now we just got another enforcement thing. Anti-cannabis campaigns, questionable tactics. That's yeah. Hey, here we go. More seniors are using cannabis. Congratulations, because the people who are seniors now were around when cannabis was in its very highest peak of counterculture movement, I would say. We're talking in the 60s and 70s when all of that was going on, but then we had Reagan come through and put the damn, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, tell me what the name of the thing is. I can't remember. But anyway, when he scheduled all the fucking drugs and stuff. But anyway, yeah, look at gavels and guys standing in front of political things, a little bit about the plant, maybe something about some medicine. I'm not even reading what it says. I'm just going off of picture stuff because sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay. I don't know why more seniors using cannabis. Researchers in the Mountain West want to know why. Well, I can tell you why. Mountain West, folks. It's because it's far more enjoyable and far less harmful than the shit that people are getting prescribed. I saw one the other day, prescription medication for a shot in your eyeball that possibly caused things like stomach issues. I was like, what the? Wait, this doesn't make sense. You know what? I'll tell you that we know what the side effects are, especially in controlled smaller doses of this thing. It is too happy, too hungry, too sleepy. Which, in a lot of instances, those are responses that people are looking for from the use of this thing. To get happy, to get hungry, or to get sleepy. So, if those are the downfalls or the negatives, I won't discredit the fact that some people do get a little paranoid. But I think it's because of misuse. But anyway, yeah, I was going through the cannabis thing and just meh. Just not a lot of excitement going on. Let me hit one more page of stuff and see. A cannabis-friendly soccer watch party in Kansas City. Congratulations, y'all. That's wild. Bashir, Kentucky. You know, I mean, we're talking about CDFW and NCSO eradicate nearly 15,000 legal cannabis. That's a statement that I don't like. Cannabis plants should not be illegal, period. And in the growing phase of cannabis, if you catch them, because catching them is an enforcement issue, but if you were to find these plants that you thought were illegal in the process of growing, all you get to do is cut them down because they haven't been manufactured. They're incapable of producing anything outside of a textile that is beneficial. It doesn't have the active ingredients or the precursing ingredients that are capable of producing intoxication, which I think is what everybody's scared of. So, needless to say, you know, no, there shouldn't be any illegal cannabis plants. Silly fucking statement. Have a CEO on the future of interstate cannabis commerce post rescheduling. That might be pretty cool, but what's he gonna say? We want to be on the forefront. We would love nothing more than to be there because we're gonna go through the DEA, FDA approval to become a serious medical cannabis spot and not one of those pre-rescheduling medical cannabis spots that wasn't as accepted, or you weren't just able to be blindly led through the doors to believe that something was coming your way. Anyway, that's what I think is coming from the rescheduling. Makes it so that more people just go, oh, well, medicine, I gotta go. All right. Oh, the old smokable hemp. Golly. Earnings call. We don't want that. Oh, they did put the old True Leaf. That was what? Yesterday, I would imagine. Got dropped on the New York Stock Exchange. You know what? Oh, got a live one. I gotta send a message here. He had ran away, I tried to hit his back, hit his leg, dummy went double dutching. You know I don't talk a lot, Nina, that's my translator. Claiming he was solid, her life and turned to fantasy. Them dummies don't never step, they mush you with the elevators. Metal stay with me to steal a little friend in the B lane section of things. Kentucky Governor blasts GOP leader over medical cannabis prosecution comments. Complete lack of humanity. I think a lot of this is happening now. People don't care about their humanity as much. They give away some of the parts of themselves. Again, I literally have it written down here. Empathy is the reality many don't experience or practice. I just don't know that people live in the reality of things. They aren't empathetic enough to situations, and in a human response like this, in a thing where somebody is going to be benefited by, oh fuck, that was one lightning bolt. That sucker was like whee across the window there. Anyway, I got ADD, I would imagine, after seeing that kind of stuff. But yeah, sweet. If you hear any songs that are wild, please let me know, because I did make a wild song for Biz for his birthday, and a couple of them actually. One of them is quite hilarious because he told me to send the ones that we made on stream last week, which was awesome. I had a great time doing so, but as soon as the night was over, I hurried up and made another song that I sent to him. Here you go, dude. Did you get the song? Yeah, I did. Did you listen to it? Wait, what are we waiting for here? I'm waiting for you to yell at me. And he sent back, oh, that's cute. So, you know? Anyway, so news was a bust. We'll get rid of that. We've got some Stream Ideas Generator. We opened that up in case we wanted to go through any of that. This is where QWLP came from last week. It was a lot of fun going through some of this stuff. Give your opinion about recent internet drama. I don't know that I have much that I can deal with. I think last week I kind of talked about some of this stuff, and it's not drama. Oh, you know what? I will say there was a what's the best ice cream in DeKalb that came on the What's Happening in DeKalb page. And what you should know is that if you live in DeKalb, Sycamore, or in the surrounding area, and you want ice cream, if you don't believe that Ollie's is the best, there's something wrong with you, first of all. But Ollie's is that jam. Okay? They know what they're doing ice cream. That's the drama that I got for you. It's not drama. It's more of a recommendation. You should go to Ollie's. That would be all right. Talk about who were your idols when you were younger. Why? All right. Let me bring this up while I packed one up. If y'all want to smoke one, now might be the time. But my idol when I was younger, this is great. I actually wrote a book about it, and I believe that I have the book somewhere around here. Hell, for next. Anyway, I wrote a book when I was younger. It was in school, and they asked, who do you want to be, or what do you want to be when you grow up? And my answer was, I want to be Weird Al when I grow up. When I was younger, my idol was Weird Al. I wanted to be a parody writer. It's kind of what I've done in some of the music that we've created on here. I've tried to make it a little bit more fun. It's hard to take an actual song and parody it, because at least when Weird Al was doing it, he could use the same beats and stuff. Where here, when I'm doing it, I'm trying to use semi the same flow of words. The sky is the most eerie fucking color right now. I mean, I've got sunglasses on, but yeah, decolored, dude. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Anyway, be safe out there, friends. I hope you all are safe during these storms. But I'm putting this thing in here to smoke one. So if you can, if you're in a spot where you're able to, or you're in a spot where you're legally allowed, let's do it. You can see right there. Oh yeah, starting temperature. It's gonna come up to temp soon. Let's see what it does. Go to 404. Giddy up 404. There we go. Cranking. Got a little bit of time. So, Beat Creeks, that's fucking Brandon. But shit, I stay out in DeKalb sometimes. I stay out towards the Aurora area some other times, but I'm around, dude. I'd be happy to sit around and smoke one sometime. Cheers to you, Sean Whitney. I appreciate the hell out of it. Also, so when it got into, I got a little bit older. In my fave 8, y'all remember that shit from MySpace when you used to put your top 8 people or whatever? Inside my fave 8, we had Cheech and Chong. Number 1, I'm gonna save number 1, but I'll tell you the other people that we had. We had Cheech and Chong. I think we had Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg. And then we also had Danny Danko. That was the guy that I liked in the weed space because he was doing all the news articles. And he was the lead editor or top editor of High Times back in the day before they sold out. But yeah, I used to love that guy. I used to think he was neat as hell. So in this space, Danny Danko was a huge part. But what's fucked up, I'm just talking about like celebrity status. If you want the truth, people that I idolized when I was younger are people that I hung out with quite regularly. My grandfather was the GOAT. Like, he's the best of all the best humans that ever existed. I wish I can be anything like that guy when I grow up. I was a massive fan. Like, my dad was great. But I had a couple of friends that I stayed really close to, idolized in certain ways. But I also, a lot of people that are in my life now, there's little parts of each of them that I'm like, fuck, I wish I was like that. I wish I could be, as skilled as they are in these spaces or as capable as they are in other places. And, so I prefer more real life situations over, kind of those idolized folks from out and about. I hope that I get to be like idolized in some way of that capacity. Like, if I could play Survivor, I would play like some of the people that I've idolized in Survivor. That would be sweet. But yeah, I also don't think that I hold a lot of idols. I think, like I said, I in that sense of things, I idolize people closer to me than I do celebrity. Cheers. It's actually smoking now. Play a game, but the viewers decide what you by voting. Yeah, I don't. Tell a story from your childhood. Let me think. What's the best one? Okay, the first time that I ever got weed in my life was from one of my very good friend's brothers. He needed money to go out, and he said, I'm gonna give you this bag of weed for $10, and you're gonna hold on to it, and then I'll give you the money back later. I'll buy it back from you later. And I was like, that don't make no damn sense to me. What do I want weed for? I don't want no damn weed. Well, then later came about, I gave him the $10, whatever. Later came about, and I was like, yo, what's up? Where's my money, dude? Give my money back. And he was like, oh shit, I don't have the money. And I was like, well, what the hell? What do I want to do with this weed? And he was like, oh, well, I don't know. So me, his brother, and our good friend, we all decided that we were going to take the weed that we had bought. We broke off some of it. We rolled it into the back of some notebook paper. Okay? We had some notebook paper. I think it was even the lined, striped kind. Or maybe we were so cool at that point we knew, so we pulled like the back page of a book out or something. And it might have even been a Bible, to be quite honest with you. I don't want to freak anybody out who's holy, but that was like a thing back in the day. The gangster rappers were talking about, and we wanted to be gangsters. So we went out and smoked a rolled up piece of paper with some weed stuffed in it. But we didn't want to just go outside the house because then we get caught. We didn't really have anywhere to go. So what did we do? We went down to the local playground, and we all were scared to smoke just out in public like that. So what do? us three fat kids got inside the fucking slide, the tube slide that has like a full covering, and we passed this joint up and down. Well, this piece of paper with cannabis inside of it that we were trying to light on fire. We weren't sure if we were even inhaling it. We had all smoked cigarettes at this point, not regularly, but we had been the little exploratory kids. And yeah, we smoked this joint up and down the tubes. I don't know that any one of us got anything. We kept like asking, oh, do you feel anything? I think we all got lightheaded from being fat and inside of a tunnel fucking slide. And it was hot outside. We're all fat. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Brandon, I was in the 12 to 14 year old range. It was pre-high school, and I can't tell you exactly how old I was, because I ended up smoking kind of like 8th grade. I remember maybe it was end of 7th grade, beginning of 8th grade was one of the first times I smoked, and I got blitzed. Chi-Town Hi-Fi, same to you, brother. But you know what's great about this story, though? My buddy's brother, who sold me the weed at the first point and then wouldn't buy it back from me, ended up coming back to me at some point and saying, hey, do you still have that weed? I'll buy it back from you now. And I said, well, I do. But, and he goes, but what? I said, but I'm going to keep it because I like it. And he goes, I'll give you, and I forgot it was 15 or 20 bucks. So he was going to give me more. We had already smoked out of it. So I was like, fuck, this is a no-brainer. When I was a kid, that was a big come up, you know? 50% returns in maybe a week or two. Ski. But yeah, so that was one of my childhood stories. We did get caught once. We got caught a couple of times. Let me tell you one more story. It was a good one. When I was younger, I went to my friend's house to pick up the weed, but I was going out to do something, and I didn't like to run around with weed on me back in the day. I smoked everything at home 95% of the time. If I went out and smoked with people, I smoked whatever they had wherever they were at, and I never really transported stuff with me. But I went and picked up a little bag of something. It wasn't much, maybe 7 grams or something, and I brought it back home, and I was in a hurry, so I ran over, threw it on the steps underneath some clothes or something. Now, I threw it under the clothes to prevent people from seeing it. I was so dumb and young that I didn't realize somebody would smell it, right? So I go out, I come back home, I run over to get my bag of weed, and it is gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm searching through the clothes again, make sure, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm questioning myself. Did I put it upstairs? Did I put it in the back room? Did I hide it outside? Now I'm searching all over the place. To which I get a response from my mother. Hey, what are you looking for? I said, oh, well, I just need to find something. I left it sitting over here. I thought it was here. I don't know where it's at. Oh, okay, what was it? Nothing. It was just a bag of stuff that isn't mine. I'm on the spot lying. It's something that wasn't mine. It's one of my friends, and I just need to get it back to him, so I'm looking for it. Okay, what is it? It's nothing. It's just a small little bag of stuff. I'll find it. Don't worry about it. I'm running around. And then as I'm looking, I'm going, wait a minute. The way that all went down makes me believe that maybe she had something to do with it. So I went back and I was like, yo, did you actually take that bag of stuff that was over by my clothes? What bag of stuff? I didn't take anything. I'm like, somebody fucking took my stuff, and now I'm getting mad, all right? Because my weed's gone. It was back in the day. I'm sure it cost me a few bucks, and a few bucks was a lot when we were a kid. So I was like, where the fuck is my weed? I need my weed. Now I'm getting aggressive. I'm saying weed. So now you know exactly what it is. But So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go check outside again because maybe it's outside. Maybe it's been blown away. I'm walking down the yard. I'm looking around. I come back in. Oh, hey, look what look over there again. I think it was over there. I think I found it underneath your clothes. I'm like, what the hell? You found it before. You tried to take it away. Now you heard me say that it's somebody else's. You heard me getting aggressive about it. You ran back and hid it back underneath the clothes pile where it was at before. And I was grateful for it, I'll tell you what. But immediately after picking the thing up, it became like a, listen, dumbass, you fucking can't do that shit. Get the hell out of here with that. Don't be a... And I was like, oh, okay, sorry, my bad. And I took off again. Well, Kev, good luck. I hope it works for you, brother. No. Fuck, Brandon. That is terrible. Like a home prison or like a prison, like a bar's prison? Blessings to you too, Kev. I hope you're doing all right out there, brother. We're currently getting whacked by some storms. The color of the sky is wild. That's like, keep checking. Yeah, I feel like if we're gonna run systems of reparations, that should be one that we should run. People who spent any amount of time at all in prison for small amounts of cannabis should be repaid for their time spent in prison, and it should be at the rate of whatever, I don't really care. Figure out a thing, a couple $100 a day, even more than that nowadays, because what compounded over time, I just think it's crazy. Yeah, Kev, that's another thing too. I actually fortunately never had any cannabis issues through schooling. I did get questioned and caught up with a couple of different things at different times, but it never manifested into anything big. A few closed door conversations about, my participation and stuff, but I was always very open and honest with people. I was like, yeah, it's mine. Why are you mad at me? It's so small. It's a negligible amount. I'm going to consume it all myself. I don't share with anybody. I don't sell it to anybody. It's mine. What are we talking about? You're not going to let me make decisions as a grown up on my own? I used to argue this shit all the time. It's undeniable, a natural fact. Kick up your heels to your my back. We return to tell you a story. Well, hey, listen. Brandon, I respect that. And I respect that that's your stance on it, but there are people who did serve time There's like no reasonable reason for why they did, Like, it sucks that some people had any bit of criminalization brought forth onto them, whether it was time spent or fines or anything. I think all cannabis possession fines should be repaid from the past. I think that that's the craziest thing in the world, that people were able to take money from you for. Like, I don't know. It's silly to me. Holy shit, Kev, yeah. I know a few people who did some of that too. Yeah, Brandon, that's the whole thing too, is that people that we criminalize, especially people like that, are good people. They're not like, I think this is the one thing that shook me more when I got into cannabis than anything. I expected to see a bunch of people that looked like me, right? And what do I mean by that? The hippie type, right? A little bit more willing to conform, to not conform to average expectations of society, right? And what I got was vastly different than that. I got brothers and sisters, grandmas and grandpas, mom and dads, aunts and uncles, friends, and it was all people that they do look like us in the sense of like they were normal humans. They and that's why I think some of the things that I constantly talk about on here are are to stop the division, right? It's so that I can show a more common thread, because I realized once I started working in the cannabis space how common actually is. People who are going through shit. And it doesn't matter what you look like, dude. It doesn't matter, because everybody at a certain point looks like you and me, because we're human. And they act like you and me, and they participate in the things that you and I do. And for that, I broke down some of those initial trivial places of judgment, where I think everybody has guards up. I think it's a natural animalistic response to certain things, but I think we can break those animalistic behaviors down by taking the time to process and logically go through the responses that we're going through. This ties into what I've been talking about with that PTSD response, how people, what are triggers and why do we respond to them the way that we do, and how if we take some extra time to think about what we're about to go through, or it's the actions and the reactions, right? Because those are the only things I can control. And if we do that in a logical, thought out process, and it's not just a quick response, we start to realize that some of these pre-programmed responses are nothing more than that. It's a systemic societal pressure that you felt because of groups that you've associated yourself with, or identifiers that you've claimed for yourself. And by that, we break down where the commonalities are, which is that we're just going through this shit together. All of us have really bad times. All of us are fucking trying to go from day to day and to make it the best that we can for ourselves. And there's some evil in the world that we all are fighting against, and to quantify it is a little bit harder than maybe we think, right? I think it's easy to point fingers at certain groups, even governments, or the inept, or the inadequate, or the whatever, the people who are literally incapable of being human through the process. But I think once we, and this is the whole thing, supporting dope people, fucking taking your health into your own hands, peace and love and coping, happiness, health, love, and wealth, all of those phrases that kind of say something, what do they compile to mean at the end? And what it means is that we're all in this shit together. What it means is that all of us have a thread of commonality, regardless of how much we try to claim or believe that we don't. There's more of threads of commonality than there are threads of difference. And cannabis has given me the opportunity to realize that people don't necessarily get treated in the ways that I think are human, right? Are rooted in a level of empathy, which means that I feel what you're going through and you feel what I'm going through. So how do we work through this to make the best for both of us? And by both of us, I mean all of us, right? So anyway, I'm ranting, but it's it, dude. It's fight, flight, or freeze. And how do we respond to that? What is a logical response to those? I'm never gonna dance again. And yeah. Fuck did that go? Went over here. Hey now, buddy. I know you're not. Ow! So the thing that was just on fire, if you touch it, don't do that. That's hot. And that's your lesson for today. Don't touch the hot thing. Time Oh, dude, ziplining would be super fucking dope, Kev. You got me with a bowl. They took me to a DA office and said, you will go to jail if you don't turn in your plug. I ended staying a week and got probation. 1 year, shitty deal. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Sean, that's the other thing, is that that's the system that we're built on. The enforcement isn't any level of actual, there's no investigation, there's no anything. It's literally strong arming the people that you end up catching on some petty shit to try and topple down, to try and get to some other place that isn't that low level who the fuck you're consuming from. That give me the plug bullshit, which is a crock of shit. And I think that is a horrible misuse of the enforcement abilities that people have out there. So, yeah, I think, I do genuinely think, though, that at some point in our lives, we deserve to see a genuine decriminalization around human interaction with cannabis, regardless of what it looks like. And in a space where, okay, even more scary than, and I don't know if any of you listen to Diary of a CEO. Obviously, I talk about this as being one of the podcasts that I listen to. They most recently did one. Hold up, let me go see what it was called again. I was just, it should be in my history. Where's it at? I think it's about Emergency Debate, the Diary of a CEO, the death of the middle class. It was a great talk. It's a great conversation, but scarier than governments and stuff, because they talk about it's this thing right here. If anybody wants to see Emergency Debate, the death of a, and if you look at the thumbnail, that's what it looks like. They will revolt and kill us all. Okay. Honestly, a great listen. If anybody wants to, or has that amount of time that they want to give to something, they do talk about how AI is going to have an impact on jobs a little bit. What they really talk about is what the fine line between capitalism maybe and socialism is, where there is, the one guy talks more on the side of ownership. The other guy kind of talks more on the idea of like proper policy making. And I don't know that either one of them is correct or not, but there's a thread in there where, like, the one guy who's talking about ownership, it's pretty much that every single one of us, if we had the ability to own something, we would be better off. And if I was not criminalized for my interactions with cannabis, if I didn't have to go through this crazy license awarding process and have to have all the capital behind it to make it happen, I could own a business, right? Me and a couple of friends could. You guys could be my friends. You could grow the cannabis. I could walk up to the people. Well, I could stay at the store and sell the cannabis for people, right? That would be a business that we could all own and be a part of. And the only way that we survive or we make anything is if we all collectively work together to do it, right? So there's an ownership in it, there's a pride in it, and it's only if we keep making people believe in the product, or so the fact that mega corporations are taking away some of the stuff, they're taking away our abilities to make a business like that. And the more mega the corporation gets, it doesn't matter how much government intervention there is, they can pay for the government to stop doing what they're doing, they can lobby against, they can do all of these things because they have the capital to prevent others from entering the market so that they retain the massive share of the the market. And I just hope that at some point we all have the ability to access cannabis in a means where we're not criminalized for possession, distribution, cultivation, extraction, and whatever it is that we would like to do around this plant. We should be allowed to do it. And if you want to make a business, then you just fucking do it, as long as you follow supposedly the tax codes, right? And I'm not a big fan of taxes, but if you listen to that podcast that I was talking about, there's some good points in there about government that the one guy brings up that like is slightly logical, right? And in that, there's this like point of me that's like, okay, well, I say fuck the government in a lot of ways, but like fuck a lot of the terrible policy making, the stale inability to remove people who are inept, and the excessive taxation without representation, right? I think there's a lot of factors in that kind of suck no matter what, but there are some, if it was implemented in a correct manner, it's like, okay, governance of certain sectors and certain interactions helps breed some markets instead of stifling them, right? And that's as fucked up and as hard as it is to believe that when they bring up other parts of the world that don't have the governance that some places do, then you look at what their GDP is and is that because the mega corporations have already shit on those places? Maybe, dude, but you know, without the inability to communicate markets at minimum, it's hard for the progress to make it to where it needs to be, or even the policy making to be where it needs to be. So, long story short, it would be way cooler if we could interact with cannabis at a decriminalized capacity, where we genuinely are decriminalized, where you and I could all create a business based around it and profit from it, so long as we followed the guidelines, right? And what would the guidelines be? Pay your fucking taxes at a certain point, just like the rest of the businesses out there. Maybe stay outside the distance of the school zone. I guess I'm okay with that. That's not the worst things to do, right? There's some ideas of like, don't be ignorant and loud about it. Don't be the guy who's rolling up his cigar, his cannabis cigar on a fucking train. Because there's certain common sense things that I guess aren't common sense. So if we put it in plain language, the policy around it, maybe it's not as terrible as it can be, right? So, happy to be alive to see it being more legalized. That's a fair statement, Sean. All of what I'm saying is an optimistic thing. Most of my stance in a lot of parts of life come from a very optimistic standpoint. I try my best to, like, even if I have, like I said, with the government thing, I'm like, fuck government. And I think it's a common thread amongst a lot of people, but are we pointing the finger at the right entity at the end of the day? And what I believe there is sometimes we're not. I think that the entities to point the finger at are mega corporations that hold even more power and fall outside the same levels of enforcement than you and I do, which is weird, as we can tell through like the fucking Epstein shit, right? That people who are above the law, who get to do the most inhumane, deplorable shit that all of us could probably agree, if we saw anybody or knew anybody who actually was partaking in those acts, we would beat the fuck out of them. And if you don't say that you would, I'm like, you're just missing a part of humanity. If you're not in the empathy side of things, whatever, but those things are starting to shine, where it's like there are elites that don't play by the same set of rules that you and I do, which is so fucked up to be around. But even then, this is where parts of me, and I've talked about it on here a lot, I'm optimistic for the capabilities of an AI system that can, you know, regulate some of this stuff, right? Without poor human input. Or it could say that is a poor human input, and it is only beneficial to small sectors and not the mass majority. A non-biased, non-benefited by interventionist that is fine, whether it's computer and cold or made of flesh and whatever. I don't give a shit as long as it is for the benefit of all of us. And I do believe that allowing access to cannabis, both for or all the way around, for personal consumption, profit in cultivation and distribution, and I think that extraction, whatever, any process that you want to interact with this plant, so long as you follow basic guidelines, I think everybody should have better access to it. That's my whole thing. I love parking in the police lot across the street from the dispensary when it became for sale, right? Oh, 100%, Sean, that was wild. That was a wild thing. But you're right. That was cool, right? Like the fact that also that we had police officers standing in the lines with us during the early days of adult use that were very nice. I mean, high-fiving customers walking through, having open conversations about their interpretations of the laws, trying to educate the other parts of the enforcement group as to how to interact with the humans that they were running into it. And they were very humanly people, the cops were, you know? So it's who are you running into when, and what kind of day are they having? Because it can make a big difference in the interpretation of this, where if we blanket statement say, no matter what you're doing with it, as long as you have it, you're fully okay to operate. I just can't see a space where, even having truckloads of this is a bad thing. I don't want you distributing it to children without a medical recommendation from a doctor. I don't want you distributing it to anybody under the age of 21 without it being legal in the state that you live within. I think that most people who don't need to use cannabis up until the age of 26 should wait until the age of 26, because that is when we fully anatomically and physiologically hit our development peak. It's not that we don't stay at a certain range. It's kind of that's a peak point for most humans. So as far as development goes, without harming anybody else, right? With only doing this for yourself and by a standards where you don't intend to harm anybody, I don't see why there's any laws against it. The Graham Hancock interview was dope. It absolutely was, Brandon. I watch more clips and stuff, I guess, nowadays, and shorts of certain conversations, and then once I really like what they're talking about, I jump in and watch the whole thing. Graham Hancock was... Yeah, 1000%, Brandon. And also, I really, really like... I've been getting through Sapiens a little bit better by Yuval Noah Harari. Very, very good interpretation and understanding of how humans came to be humans, and how Homo sapiens, the people that we are now, the creature that we are now, has evolved into what we've evolved into, what we have de-evolved along the way through it, what we have scientifically and mathematically uncovered, and what we haven't, and how cool. Yeah, so if you haven't checked out Sapiens, I completely recommend that. But yeah, that episode with the ayahuasca and DMT, super fun. Yeah, and that's it, Sean. Even if somebody wanted to cultivate this as a window plant, as just something that is beautiful, it also plays as, I mean, you know, cannabis is very good at absorbing and filtering out heavy metals and shit. And there's a lot of other environmental benefit that comes from growing cannabis that isn't for the cultivation for consumption side of things. Plenty of people are doing it to make textiles. And why you're not able to do that, if you know that you can harvest this plant at your house, if you have the skills to do it and to turn it into certain usable products, including proteins and certain things, I don't see why everybody should be allowed to do. But yeah, I'm a fan of this plant being grown as well. I don't do it personally. If it was less stigmatized or I had more room, I believe that I would do it. When I say less stigmatized, I mean where I could just grow it out in the yard and, you know, put the proper fences around it or something to keep it away from infestation of certain things. But, you know, I would love to grow this plant for, just to grow it. Just because I do think it's a beaut. Yeah, Brandon, yeah. I know plenty of people that are growing out in their yards too. Like I said, I know some people around that would be not too happy about it. So I avoid doing it because I don't want to cause the problem, honestly. And if there was a protection in place where I could go, hey, I'm not breaking any laws, I'm not trying to harm anybody through the process, I would happily state my case to these people. And I don't think it matters what anybody else does when you're on your private property. Do you, boo-boo. But I also, too, don't like blatantly being in the face of other people who aren't into the thing, right? It's the same thing with, I would never roll a blunt on the CTA. That's just me. Yeah, I like that. Chi-Town. See, I think the thing is, I really like that. I can break that down in a certain place too. Marijuana may not be addictive, but growing it is. Being productive in any capacity. In the same way where I have been playing around and building this app through an AI cursor is just it's a coding agent that helps building certain things. So in building this, I was curating something. I was cultivating something. I'm making something, and I watched it grow from where it was a couple of weeks or a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks. It's been 3 days that I've been working on it. From a couple of days ago to what it is now and what it's capable of and how well it's tracking things. It feels good. It feels productive. And I think that's a feeling that all of us are looking for no matter what, to be productive, right? So, yeah, growing it is being... You can see it manifest in front of you. Consuming cannabis is a very personal, spiritual, physiological, anatomical. It's individual though. If anything, it's individual, and it can be communal. And I'm not saying that it's not. It's just that I don't feel your high. I don't know what you feel when you're going through it. I associate it to feel like the same thing that I do when I am feeling whatever I'm feeling, but I think even then there's nuance in between that doesn't lean towards this production thing, right? It has cannabis been the catalyst to me making many friends? Yes, but I don't know that it's cannabis that did it as much as the interaction, the human, the bonding, the cultivating of relationship through communications and certain things. It's not just because I sat across from you and smoked some shit. Because I've smoked shit with a lot of people who aren't people that I would hang out with every day. And a very small number of people comparatively to those that I would. But um, just because you consume cannabis doesn't get you to be a great character, right? So you're not maybe building as much as you are in cannabis consumption or the communal consumption, where that is, like I said, there's a lot more individuality that's going on with that, and a lot more work that's going on to cultivate other things that, just like you're saying with the plant, man, the addiction of seeing that thing grow from seed to flower, and going through the process of making some bangers and making some things that aren't that good, starting to hone in your processes, getting good at doing something feels good. The learning curve is something that I like to talk about too, where everything that you start to do new gives you this little spike of something, whether it's dopamine or whatever. You're like, wow, it's new and it's exciting. And then once we get past that new and exciting and we have to do work to maintain it, there's this little slump that happens, which is where a lot of things fall off, right? This is why people don't stay in the gym very often, because, wow, it feels good day one, I feel great. And then you start to feel that little like, oh, my muscles are sore. Oh, I have to wake up and go to the gym at a certain time. Oh, I had a bad day at work. All of these factors start to slump in this ultimate like push to get somewhere. And once we get over that hump and we start to reclimb that thing, go over the hump, we go, okay, now we're coming back up. That is when addiction happens. That is when you've pushed past the simple gratification of an in the moment action or reaction, and you've pushed it past to a long-term benefit. It's something that's making you go, holy shit, I could keep doing this forever, and that would be fucking awesome. So, sorry to rant too much about that, but that's my take at it, But yeah, thanks for listening to me rant. We've been at this for an hour. I like to talk my cannabis stuff and everything for the first hour, and then I like to get a little bit fun. I don't know what level of fun we're getting to. I've really been sorry to Guapo, because I know this would be very interesting to you. Sean, I think it might be interesting to you. To everybody else, the development of this application that I have now that I'm using personally, I'm going to use on Sunday. I would love to show everybody what AI is capable of and how this little program works, because it's really neat. And if you had any projects that you think you could build, I'm telling you, it's out there. The capabilities are there. I'm a bupkis. I don't know much about this stuff. I've tried to pay attention to it for the last couple of years, but now that I'm really trying to implement some of it and trying to build some things, watching those things get built is very cool. I think some of you would really enjoy it. I am personally waiting for a man by the name of Biz to poke his head in here, because I told him I would show him the functionality of it, and I also could get some input back from Biz. But I also think that Guapo obviously has, I think that everybody could go, hey, I think maybe you're missing a certain aspect of that. Now, again, this is for me to track, instead of having to handwrite all of this information every week and filling out all the boxes throughout and making sure that I go through the list in the proper way and adding everybody onto the things and making sure that I loop everybody together and have everybody included and making sure that, that we're tracking the ace spots and everything. Instead of me filling out, and you can see how many times I've done it. All right, here, let's go through. Look at, these are all previous ones. You can see that there are markings. Still see we're going way back. Look at that. Look at how much markings and shit that one took for us to get through. I even went off the damn paper. Oh, I even went off the damn paper, dude. I don't know where the hell it went anymore. But hey, what the hell is going on with this song? Jesus Christ, like, where's that thing at? I want to go undo it. Oh, I hate murder and I hate war also. Um, but yeah, let me see what if we got anything fun that happens here. Show of your favorite Pokemons? A show of all of them? I like, well, let's see. Okay, fine. My favorite Pokemon. Number one is probably Blastoise. The whole evolution of Blastoise. Well, I guess it would go Blastoise, Squirtle, Wartortle if we were trying to actually rank them. Those are my favorite mons. I do believe that that comes from me owning Pokemon Blue, the first cartridge that I ever owned of the game. We did play some cards back in the day. When we were at a card shop, I remember my brother's Charizard got stolen at the card shop. Somebody during a game or something stole it. It's a mess. We looked for it, we couldn't find it. Anyway. Then we also, he had Charizard and I had Blastoise. It was the ones that we pulled out of the packs back in the day. So I think Blastoise is way up there on the list, or is number one on the list. Other people that I really enjoyed. Mewtwo, obviously, that's a bad mofo. If y'all aren't into Pokemon, sorry, but I love that shit. It really does. It makes me quite happy. Let's see, who else? Was there anybody? I'm like a monkey fan naturally, right? So like there's different monkeys and shit. So Mankey and Primate were fucking up there on my list back in the day. Wobbuffet, dude, look at this guy. Wobbuffet. Whatever makes you happy, just don't make others crappy. A simple pimple dimple makes a dicky lip scattered to the brain. Brandon, I don't. So design-wise on a computer, it would be really cool to, if you knew how to like design them. See, we're actually looking for signage at our local course currently also. They redid it a couple of years back, but then we got a lot of new pin placements and there's a lot going on, so it'd be nice if there was some signage that allowed us to kind of, without doing too much, without electronically having to go into your phone, people would just know, you know, because some of them are around corners where the basket was at. So yeah, making new signage is dope, and that would be cool as hell. But yeah, in that case, Alakazam also. Sorry. Abracadabra and Alakazam, those suckers were sweet when we were kids too. I was a big fan. I don't know. I do like Pokemon. I do like disc golf too. Let's see, what else do we got? Brandon, we do have little plastic arrows that hang from the baskets at our course. That is how we do it currently. But it's more to lead you back to the next tee pad, and not so much to go to the next tee, or to the next hole location. People who make the golf type graphic thing have an interest in not letting lots of people have it. Yeah, that's right, Guapo. I have thought about trying to use different AIs to create them myself. So what I was wondering is if I could go to like UDisc, take the topical view of it and put it into like a land view, and then feed that land view into an AI image generator and have it kind of, you know, signify the things, like toyify some of it and make it just a little less like intricately detailed, so that we could, you know, pick out major landmarks and stuff. And I think that it's possible. I think that it would be feasible. You could also buy Wacom and just draw it or trace it. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, what I could do is go to Schwamberg and find out if, you know, if they got it. If not, go back to Oswego. See if they got it there, you know. But it's probably definitely in Schwamberg. They got a lot of stuff going on out there. Play an old browser platformer like Papa Louie? Oh, what the fuck is this? Am I about to... Whoa. Wow. This game... Damn it. Well, what a sad day. Tell the park district to pay for signs? Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is tell them that we might want to put some new basket placements out, and if we do that, that they at least make new signage for us and stuff. But because I wonder if just making new signage but leaving most of the pins out there would allow us to make an easier A/B shift, you know? Yeah, okay. I mean, we do. We park down the street. Mrs. Battle Courier, happy Thursday, friend. I hope you are having an awesome night. Yeah, don't worry about responding to that. I mean, it's a public park. And your pool is a failing adventure, dude. You know? It's as failing as fucking, why aren't you opening the city building that you purchased that damn old gym up there? Why aren't you opening the damn that thing? Anyway. VTuber avatar? I don't think so, bub. Watch your old clips. Ugh. Cringe. Cringe, dude. The best one that you could ever watch is With Our Powers Combined. I give you... Yeah. Alright, we will watch it really quick. Let me go back here. Minimize this. It's right here on the desktop somewhere, I think. Where the fuck is it? Oh, the everything folder, maybe? Yes, sir. All right, let me open this. Hold on, stop. Don't pause. Wait, pause. There we go. All right. Here we go. What we need first is to... All right, let me do this. And pause this. Let's all watch one of the greatest clips of all time. Hold on, let me increase the volume. Volume is all the way up. All right, here we go. I'm going to increase the desktop audio for a minute. I imagine that's the source that it comes through. And I've got that pumped up, so I'm sorry if it comes blaring through your speakers, my friend. Oh, shit. Okay. Got it. All right, here we go. If it blares you out, I apologize, but I want you to hear it. Here you go.
With our powers combined, I create Poof Master.
And that's where the whole bottom breaks off.
In that moment.
Yeah, that's just funny, dude. What a dingus. You remember this? Follower goal up on the top. I used to have a little thing that told you what. It might even still be here. Where is it? No, it's not on this one. I don't think so. I think it's on this one. Hold on. Let's... There? Oh, here it is. Look at this. Look at that. Facebook, fucking peaceloveandcope@gmail.com. Used to have the old fucking Snapchat in there. How crazy. Anyway, that was it. Poofmaster 3000. Watch this thing snap off. Okay, let me let me tune you in real quick one more time. Here's what you're looking for. Um, right here at the bottom, there is a stem. You can see this is about to be pushed into this bottom part. What had happened was I just tried to clean this thing while I was on stream. And the way that I cleaned it was by torching this bottom glass piece and letting the oil that had built up in it to just pour out the bottom of it. So this is how that goes.
With our powers combined,
See, I just pushed it in, and I'm pushing it in.
Poofmaster.
And then, oh, you see now the bottom's missing.
In that moment,
Oh, fuck me. You know, you live and you learn. You see you do some dumb shit, and then you figure it out. Let me turn this down a lot before I blare your eardrums. Here we go. I might be a little too loud. Slightly dial it back. There you go. All right. Take the 8 values test. What the fuck is this about? Brandon, I promise you, I think my reaction to it triggers that response in me still. What's an 8 values test? Oh, what? Is in essence a political quiz? Nope. That attempts to assign percentages for 8 different political values. You'll be presented by a statement, and then you will answer with your opinion on the statement from strongly agree to strongly disagree, with each answer slightly affecting. There are 70 questions? No fucking way. Do you see this? The 8 value test. Get the fuck out of here with that. I am okie dokie, Smokey. Show off your favorite artist. Remember to, in most cases, not play their music if they are music artists. Yeah, that's fair. Have your viewers choose what will you play next. Okay. Talk about the last conversation you had with a friend. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you all the app. It's that time. I don't know. Guapo, you still here? I feel like, you know, we've sent everybody else off. They've all gone. We've got Brandon Krieger and the Guapo. I think that's all we got left in the whole viewership. Maybe it's other people. Maybe it's somebody else. Somebody else. You can tell me there. But I think Guap, I fucking love you. Now let me show you this app really quick now that we're here. Alright. Holy crapalonian. Mr. Rourke 420, what is happening with you, amigo? Sean Whitney, the other. You know, I actually thought to mention your name in that conversation there, but it got down to just 2 people texting, and it did say in current viewers 5. I saw the number flash over there, or it said 2, so now it says 5. We got a lot, but let me show people. Mr. Rourke, you might actually appreciate this too. This is pretty dope. Built by yours truly. I have made an application for running tags. Now, oh, wait, before I do this, because I don't know what's sensitive and not sensitive, let me just change a few things really quick, okay? What I'm gonna do is go with creative style. What I'm looking for is deep here. Here we go. Where the hell did you go? Standard, vivid, neutral. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the one. Okay, this is the camera setting I want. Okay. All right, Bubba. Now, let me go back here. Menu. Let's go to the white balance. Let's custom balance too. Okay, here we are. Let's go, Bubba. Now, I'm going to pull this down. Whoop. Please don't break it. There we go. Oh. Yeah, okay. Now, here we are. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Do this. And then also, let me click this little thing right here. All right. That should cover up most of the shit that I don't want people to see. Okay. So, what's behind this don't hack me please and my face, it will be an agent that I will be prompting via that text box that is behind here where it says, all right, plan build for your skills, at for context. Okay, now what this has is a couple different modes. This one says agent mode. Then if I put myself away for a minute, if you could see behind me, which you can't, I'm sorry. There's a plan mode, a debug, a multitask, and ask you. There's a bunch of different things that you can do with this. But what is cool is this all, what I started with 2 days ago was this sheet of paper, which this sheet of paper is just a spreadsheet that I was putting the inputs into and then calculating everything at the end. And it's just a long process. Okay, now let me show you what's going on here. Okay, I feel like I want to add the ability for, okay, so let me show you the basic functionality before we go too far. So this is me. I create a new league night. All right. Oh, don't do it. Yes, there we go. Okay. It's supposed to prompt me into this thing. Now, what it did was it created the date and the time that this all started. More importantly, it is hard for others to do without practice. And what I'm trying to do is at some point be able to give this to the people that will be able to use it and, yes, make the changes necessary so that, yeah, I don't have to be the only one in control of it. Currently, I'm the only one in control of it, so that's bad. But let's go here. If I wanted to enter a player's name, let's put David. All right, now check. It's got all the couple of people. Got, you know, it's got a pre-fill name list, which the players list is here. I don't want to share everybody's name because maybe they don't want their names shown on my stream. There's not a lot of you here, so you can see the players list. Let's go back. Look, it's got everybody, okay? And I can filter them by tag. I can build in a new player from there. According to this thing, suggested tag biz has the 2. This is because I was doing a test. As you can tell back in the events, Roth does really actually have the 2. So we go to the events. You can edit all of this out too so that people, now like, I think I just hit the events button. I don't want to fuck it up. Oh, okay, we didn't. See, now Biz doesn't actually have the 2, so I can do that. Just hit save. Now Biz is off the tags list. We can enter one for him later. Now we go to events, and we just started this one over here. Thursday, July 11th. We started at 9:22. It's 9:24 now. We can go back in and edit. What I can do is, let's say, now here, before we go too far, let me show you this, okay? Without touching anything, this is actually our ace pot currently, as of today. Once we add more people into it, those ace pots will grow. The ace pot is 374 and 135 for 9. So watch this. Now, if I go in on Thursday, let's say, okay, we're adding people. Here we go. That's me. We're gonna put me in there. Okay, I got tag 70 according to this. Paid all. Okay, it was 374 and 135, right? So I checked myself in. Here I am. We can filter this thing. I can still edit myself if I needed to. I can take myself out of all and put all of this stuff, but I paid for everything, right? Paid the $6 to get in. Now I come back. All right, I'm checked in. Look at this, 375 and 136. See, it's increasing the ace pots without us doing anything. Now, assume that I'm just practicing and I don't want this event here. So what I can do is delete this event, right? Yes, delete it. And watch this. Boom, boom. The ace pots, they just dropped. 374 and 135. So now I've got a traceable ace pot and everything. Okay, new league night. This is what we wanted. Let's put myself in. I paid for everything. Let's check. Add player. Let's check Biz in because he's here. Biz. Biz got tag number 100. We haven't even given out 100 yet, so that sucker. He wants everything. He paid for everything. We check him in. Let's check in. You know, fucking. Who do we got that doesn't mind? Prof doesn't matter. Okay, now check this out. Tag in. He's got tag 2. Okay, we hit all. We check in. Okay. So now what I can do is group these people. I can put what group I want them to be on. So let's say I want us to be on hole 1, right? So hole 1 right there, I apply it to both of us. Now let's say I want to put this guy, I would need somebody else to group him with. But once you click that, you can group him up, and let's put him on hole as far away from me as we can. He's on hole 10. Get away, bub. Actually, we should make him walk. Go to hole 5, pal. Okay. And we apply that. Now he's in group 5. Look, group 1, group 5. Now I can go over to the scores section. Okay. This is just for me tracking all of the stuff that I was just doing, putting people into groups. Now I don't have to do it. I can electronically group people up, and then let's say that let's delete this. Actually, here we go. We're gonna take that out of there. Boom, boom. Now I want to group us two. Apply it. We're both number 1, and Biz, we're gonna put him on number 2 by himself. So now what I can do is, if I've got this from the people who checked in, right? I can change it by name. This is alphabetical. If I do it by check-in, it's when I click the person's name and check them in, which is good for me, so I can kind of keep track of everybody. If I do it by tag number, this is completely unnecessary of a button for me to have, but it shows kind of tag number. And then group, now I can just, anytime I want to, I can go from check-in, make sure everybody's in there, to go to group, and then call out what groups people get to go on.
Can I get a debit check? Can you discount this hitter?
I'll try Ace Pot. Oh, yeah, So now check this. If I go to scores, it allows me to enter different scores for the night. It also allows me to import a .xlsx, which is a spreadsheet. So I can take the spreadsheet from the site that we are using every day and putting it into the thing here, and it allows for me to just add people's scores in. What we can go to and check out here, let's go back now to events. Here we go. So I did a test from this Sunday. This is how Brandon, I appreciate the fuck out of you, dude. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for sticking around. I will absolutely catch you soon. Here we go. Let's go with the don't hack me, please. Keep it up there. Okay. So on Thursday, look at that. Wait, that's the one that we got on the test from Sunday. Now we got everybody by, this is what, when they checked in, this is top to bottom. I can group them now. I've got them all by group 1, group 3, group 5, group 7, 9, 13. These will be holes that people go out, and I can keep track of that. In the scores, I just hit import XLSX, and bingo, now we have everybody by score directly, and that goes down numerically. What's beautiful about this is that when we go to standings, it just automatically, because of your tag in, if you tied, and he's the lowest, right? He had 11, Dan had 19, Tyler had 21, Jason had 39. They all shot the score of 45, but then it refiltered everything and put the proper tag number out right here on the side. So there's some functionality that I want to change.
Without their obedience, nothing would run. But we hold
Oh, yeah. Well, no, score out and then the initial tag. He said, your shit is wrong, dude. No, this actually, it works really well. And then, I mean, once this is all, so I'm implementing people. I'm starting a new day. Let's say like this one. I get done. I implement everybody, and then, I hit the scores. Once I enter a score for everybody, so let's say like this, we go to finalize nights. You know what? I'll do this, but what I'm going to do is go and edit everybody's check-in from all to being tags only. Okay. What that does is it will not increase or decrease my ace pots. Okay. So check this. Now, I don't need that checked. I can edit him, take that off, go to tags only, save, tag only, tag only, tag only, sweet. Now let's go back, let's make sure, see, 374 and 135 like it started at the beginning. Now we come back into this day. We've got everybody here. All of our scores are 111, right? So this will just allow everybody to take the same tag. If we all got the same thing, it'll just reshuffle everybody out the right way. But 111, save night and save the tag out. Boom, go, bingo, bango. Bingo, bango, look at that. Now our standings, it pulls over to the standings. Roth got first, I got second, Biz got third. The reason we got first, second, and third is because he came in with the lowest tag, I came in with the next lowest, and Biz came in with the third lowest. So it put us as first, second, and third. Had we all scored differently, it would have shuffled those tags up the proper way. But, yeah, so that's the functionality. But what's cool about it, so I have the ability up here to adjust. This has got set the ace pots. I can come in and adjust the ace pots if I wanted to, save them where they're at. Whatever in your little heart desires, all you got to do is prompt something. So let me show you what I was talking about, because what did I want to? Biz sucks, duh. Let's go back over here in the standings. I want let's see. All right, and this is under. All right, don't hack me. I'm gonna put the don't hack me up before I hit enter. But what I'll do is just in plain text, I'll say make tag out text a little bigger and stand alone on the line in standing. Now I'm just talking in dumbass broken English. What I'm gonna do is hit plan mode first so I can plan this out and not just whatever. He said, I'm a hack, you dog. Scott, don't hack me, dude. I'm trying so hard to not show anything that I shouldn't. I don't think I will anyway, but please don't hack me. Make the tag out, text a little bigger and stand alone on the same line in standings. Still show what place people end, but just make the line a little more easy to read and clean whatever, right? So now I'm just gibberish to this fucking thing, and we'll see what it comes up with. I hit enter. All right, let me hit the don't fucking hack me. I don't know what comes up from there. Now the text box at the bottom, you can see where it says plan. I can change between plan and agent, debug, multitask, ask. Anyway. Now it says up here, searching the code base for where standings render tag out so we can plan a cleaner layout. Now, and you're seeing, okay, so it's working on the right side. I asked it to go into plan mode, so it's showing me plans right there. I don't know if that showed any sensitive information. I don't really know. But hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm not fucking shit up. It doesn't matter. I'll block this shit out later on if I need to. But all right. Replace stack place / tag out block in event detail page standing list with single line flex layout and larger tag out styling. Okay. Sounds good enough to me. Refine the standing tab row layout. Okay, that's what it's going to do. Now over here, I'm just hitting the build button. It's going to ask me, oh, it changed it already. You saw how it just did that. It changed it to agent. So now it's going to plan and program and start doing stuff. Completed. Look at that. Tag out 1. First, and now I don't like that green text. Here we go. To a bolder white, so it's out. Change the green text in the tag out to a bolder white, so it stands out a little more. Nothing crazy. Let's just do that, okay? Bingo. Now I hit enter. Oh, Mr. Rourke, it's really dope. The app itself is super dope. Cursor is maybe even more dope than the app itself, but let's see. Let's watch it right here. This is what we're watching for, the 1 and the 2. Now watch me. I'm going to have to refresh it maybe, and it might break it. Sometimes when you refresh it, it breaks it. Oh, look it. We got a little loading situation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope, now watch. It might have me run a clean dev. Hold on, let's see. It is stuck. Trying to load. That's all you gotta put. What the hell does that mean? What is it? What is it stuck doing? What it just said is it's investigating what's blocking the load. So it's coming in. It's going to ask me. But our whole entire, what's going on with the computer now and what's going on with this coding agent is that it is taking my plain ass text. It is stuck trying to load. And it's trying to figure out what's going on. What my guesstimation is it comes in and says, let's make a new local host or something, which is perfectly fine. Yep, that's what it's telling me, I think. Run that. Oh, you see? There you go. It broke the connection failed. Let's get out of this browser tab because it's gonna make me open a new one here in a second. Run that. So when they say vibe coding, I think this is what the essence of vibe coding is. It's just like, oh, I kind of want this to change. I kind of want that to change. How do I, and the amount of changes that I've made, that I've turned around and it has broken something has been crazy. And then I literally just type in the follow-up, this shit just broke. What should I do next? Here you go. Now I hit the local host again. Let's see if it pops up. Boom, bingo. Now let's go back to the text that I was looking for, right? We go to the test in oh, nope. The one that doesn't have anything in it. Go to Biz Sucks Duh. And then we go to standings. Now look at that. Tag out 1. It's in white. It's not in green anymore. So just making little tweaks as you go is sweet as fuck. Like one of the functionalities that I intend to use is going to be where in the checkout or the check-in space, where let's say if I wanted to retro build something in, I could drop an XLSX, which is a plug-in spreadsheet pretty much, into this thing, and it would read what players I had before, so I could check all of them in. Then I could go to the next part, add the same fucking XLSX in so that it filters what scores people had. But yeah, so there's just functionality after functionality that you could bring in. And I've got it, I really do got this thing tuned in to a space where I am like, it's ready to fucking go in, dude. I'm ready to, start a new league. John Voight, what's up, brother? Happy Thursday. How great is it to see you? Scotty, how you doing, man? How's the new place treating you? Not shit, dude. What's up with you? I'm just going through showing people this little app that I've built because I'm enjoying it. It's got the functionality that I'm looking for. This test one, I started it at 4:20 exactly on the dot. I don't know if I'll ever delete this test project. Biz Sucks Duh might never get deleted, and this one was my first test, so we'll see, Maybe I'm gonna have to figure out a way to filter these events, possibly put them into their own folders so that, or yeah, it's gotta be something like that. Rainy day cleaning. I was rainy day building an app. I respect that. We did a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of, we built a bed frame. So there's that. But, yeah, so I built a tracking app. Any functionality that I can think of or dream of that I want to, and I think it just takes playing around with it, where once I start playing around with it, let's say I add a new thing, I start typing in something, or the tag doesn't work, or I don't like the check-in button being what it is, I can literally just reiterate to this app, right, cursor, yeah. But I think that this is something that in the future will help a lot of people make their own, one of the common things that people do is they put like a to-do list together for themselves. And you can push notification yourself. You can, whatever it is, talk to text. You can put a speak fucking possibility in there. There's just a lot of things. And what's awesome, look at this thing is already running. Hold on. Now it's got different functionality because I have not pushed this newest update, but there you go. Look at on the phone. Plug in. There's the same exact thing. It's ready to be ran on a phone, and yeah, couldn't be more pumped about this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it. I was gonna do it in here. I don't want to bore you all to tears by watching me do some shit. But like I showed you, it's just as easy as me giving a little bit of context in here to making something functional here. And if you have an idea, you too can make things happen. I think it's the biggest thing too. I've been intimidated to do this. I could bring up a few other projects that I've done on here that have no backend built in, like they're not hooked up to SQL. They don't have it's not hosted anywhere. It's not on Vercel. It's not on no self-hosting. I literally, it's all local hosting so that I can play around with different functionalities, but I've been intimidated to put anything out where I'd use it in the wild. This is the first project that I'm going to use in the wild, and it feels like, when I was telling you that learning curve earlier, that dopamine spike and that real nice hit, it's coming from being productive about this thing. Oh. Sorry, y'all. This is... Whoa. I'm sorry. This is the song that I sent to Biz for his birthday instead of being his birthday. I'll let you listen. He's a tiny dick man and a little tiny teensy little dick. Oh, hey, little dick. Back to the verse, you dick. A little tiny dick, half the size of a tack and tick. Small microscopic dick. Mr. Little Dick. A littler one than any other dick. So one more time, I will make a rhyme about your tiny dick. Cause boy, it's a tiny dick. The absolute most useless tiny dick. Bitch boy, tiny dick, and a mini dick. Maybe diet dick, or I can't believe you call it dick. Dick zero or dick light. The kind of dick you know ain't right. Oh yeah, a tiny dick. Smaller than China dick. Whoa! There you go. That's Biz's birthday song. Tiny Dick Man.
People just walk.
Yeah. Thanks again to everybody who has come in here and hung out tonight. I'm gonna smoke one more with y'all before probably we call it an evening. It's you know, getting late. Not really. What's happening? I'm gonna probably be awake until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, playing with that app. To be honest with you, actually, I should probably check and see how bad my. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I need need to know my usage. If I figure it out. Anyway, let's smoke one before we go too far or do anything. 'Cause maybe in the smoking process, I'm gonna tell you what. I feel good about the conversation we had earlier. If you weren't here to listen to the conversation that we had earlier, this might actually be one that's worth going back and listening to later on. I think there were some good points, some valid points. I typically say that when, or I believe that when I hit the record button, because I have a little record button that's recording me 2 minutes behind. So whatever I said 2 minutes ago, if I hit this button, it will go back. Well, it's just recording constantly, up to 2 minutes. And it's overwriting it after. Got to catch it within the right time. There was some good shit said. There were a couple of buttons. Actually, I wonder, I should go back through a lot of the I've clicked the button on someday and listen to. Maybe we can all do that. Fucking, I hate listening. me like a fucking duck call. Anybody else out there got anything new, exciting, fun going on? You want to chat about anything? Are you worried about anything? Are you lacking happiness, health, love, wealth, confidence? What is it that you might want to chat about? I know a lot of us got life stuff going on. Sometimes we're just, I don't want to bug anybody with it. But let me tell you, I'm never bugged by people talking about shit that's going on in their lives. It actually is something that I enjoy talking with people through. I don't always have the answers, and I don't know that anybody has answers for somebody else. I think that it is cool to bounce ideas off of people. I don't have a lot of answers, but I have a lot of ideas. So if anybody ever wants to chat, holler at your boy. Whether it's in here or privately, whatever it is, you can find me in many ways. All of you know me very well indirectly. If you don't be shy. I'm just a normal guy, just like the rest of y'all. That's also part of what we were talking about earlier. We're all the same. Different, but the same. We're almost there. Almost fully. We're at 343 at 404. So, my friends, cheers to all of you. Thanks again for spending your time listening to me rant, giving your inputs on said rants. Always those last few.
Can't you see how easily
All the persistence, one step from lashing out at you. You want it
to get
under my skin.
and call yourself a friend? I got more friends like you. What do I do? Is there no standard anymore?
Alright, it's ripping.
What it takes,
Thanks, friends.
who I am, where I've been along.
Chooch 'em big.
Be something
You can't really chooch big with
yourself,
herb vaporizer.
yourself, stay
Pretty
away from me.
chooch small.
A lesson learned in life, known from the dawn of
Well, you know what I say? Choo choo.
walk. What did you say? Respect, walk.
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Run your mouth when I'm not around. It's easy to believe.
You cry to weak friends that sympathize. Can you hear the violins
Play
play
your
song?
song.
Those same friends tell me your every word. Is there no standard anymore? What it takes, who
I am where I've been below. You can't be something you're
not. Be yourself.
self by yourself. Stay away from me.
A lesson learned in life, known from the dawn of time.
Don't hack me, please.
Walk.
What did you say?
Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Respect. Walk. What did you say? Respect. Walk.
This shit does
Are you
taste so
talking to
good.
me? Are you talking to me? No, wait.
I still have ground up flour in this thing from This Is the Shit, the tits that I was smoking last week from IC, Illinois Collective. No way. Wow. I just saw the Wobba Fett, dude. Boba Fett for the win, dude. That's cool as fuck.
What did you say? Respect, walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
John Voight, everything that I've had from IC has been pretty solid. Not as good as the shit that I've had from Redemption Botanicals, though.
I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. Holla fuck the world with my chest full of smoke. I choke on my breakfast, the end of my necklace. Say dope house record screws.
Nez also had a couple of bangers, too. Those were like my big three going out, I think. I did actually like a couple of... Oh, it's still fire. Yeah, super fire. Like I said, those three have like hitters all across the board. Flora Arbor had a couple of hitters and then a couple of absolute fucking busts. Like they had a few going.
I'm in jail cause I forgot my fucking ABCs. Another D on you, I drunk and fucking high. I'll be out before the motherfucking sun can touch the sky. They call me Young Thurston Howell the Third, and that's my word. I'ma swing, I'ma swerve, I'ma park and scrape the curb. When I'm not high, does my life feel like it's missing something? I know that I must be high so that I can function. Why would I can function? I know then I must be high so that I can function. I'ma use my three wishes. I'm very superstitious. No matter where I go, I meet a bunch of horny bitches. Burn a few bridges, feed a few pigeons. Fuck
Yeah.
them so good they wake up and wash dishes. The food was delicious. Bacon, eggs, and biscuits. No French kisses and no hippopotamuses. I'm picky if you strictly dick
Boys,
me.
we
You
still
can't
on
get with me
currently
as I
for next
represent
week,
Houston. I
Thursday.
want the damn Whitney. I'ma get
What are we
'em when I
thinking,
get
like
'em.
10,
I love
11
them and I
o'clock?
fed 'em, lived in peace. I ain't
Guapo,
gonna let 'em. When I
Rourke.
see 'em, I'ma wet 'em, shut 'em down like
Hey, look
D-Town and my
at
homie
the
Machiavelli. Peace
1
to
week
Havarelli and my
forecast.
smoker John
Currently,
Freddy.
it
My
says
drink
it's
is
going to
thick
be
as
the
jelly.
nicest
I
day.
love my shit money. For
76
dudes in
degree
bitches,
high
do them
and just
boys
beautiful
ugly.
during the day.
Ready for the rumble, leave 'em lying in the puddle. Y'all don't really want no trouble with the Lord of the jungle.
Oh, it's okay, 10 o'clock. Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
Feel like it's missing something. I know that I must be high so that I can function. Why would I can function when I must be high so that I can function? I walks in the club, grabbing on my stick. As the police officers patting down my clique. They say my bandana breaks the dress code. Every fine fucking bitch I see is my ex-ho. I'm hogging and I'm dogging, creeping and I'm crawling. Believe me, this my calling. It's time to do you all and everybody jump, jump. Boys trip, what?
Hell
Let my
yeah,
double
Sean.
barrel shotty go barumpa pump pump.
Fuck
Slap
yes.
over
Happy
rocks,
birthday,
no
brother.
man's land. Burning
Come
hot
in
from my
next
smoky
week
in the
and
bandit
fucking
Trans
remind me
Am.
so that I can
Rope
build
around
you
my
a
neck is
birthday
just
song,
dangling
bro.
and
I'm gonna
jangling.
make you a
Sometimes I
birthday
smoke the
song.
rain
I like to
and
make
wetter
everybody
than a
birthdays.
penguin. I'm your mama sipper, hoes like Jack Tripper. Peace to Big Dipper, what the deal, much smoker. Hook like Johnny Topi, it's dope house, living prosperous.
God, there are some old banger fucking. Oh, I wonder where a lot of this shit's gone. Let me go back. Let's see that. Show you guys what we're working with here. uh. Form, like, what's up? Hold on.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr.
Where the
Tambourine
fuck
Man, play a song for me.
is my
Jingle morning,
song count at?
following you. Though I know that evenings empty has returned to the sand, vanished from my hand, left me blankly here to stand, but still not sleeping. My weariness amazes me. I'm branded on my feet. I have no one to meet. On the line, on empty streets, too dead for dreaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Jingle, jingle morning, I'll come
Oh my God.
on you. Take me on a trip upon your magic swirling ship. My senses haven't stripped. My hands can't feel the grip. My toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere. I'm ready for the fade into my own parade.
Yeah, that's okay.
And spell my way.
Wow, I am sitting over here in Suno trying to find like how, because I used to have like 5,000-ish songs, and currently it just let me go to a page 130 with 20 songs per, and this is missing some of the... Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's go to page 200. See, does it exist? No, it doesn't. Let's go to page 195. 150. 171. Hug Me Now. This is something new. Maybe this is the first. No, I don't think Hug Me is the first song I ever played. Holy shit. Page 132. Let's go to 150. Whoa. We're trying. Does any, what'd you say, Guap? When is Subpar having another event or course? I don't know. Who is that? I don't know if they got that. Whoa, dude. Hey, you silly cat food fuck. Is this the one? Oh. Why isn't that in the liked list? Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast. How old this is, dude. Feed you and your spouse with your head all big and bad. Murder chicken. Dude, some two dope dudes. Wow. Love you more than that. That should be thumbs up. Roll up and tune in.
Welcome to the show where we keep you in the know about all the news and culture, about the herb that makes you glow.
Wow, how unbelievably...
So roll up and tune in, let's explore.
How unbelievably ungood. Little tiny fence so my dog don't... What? Disc Golf King? Shut up.
I step into the field, got my game face on, my disc in hand. Watch me throw along.
Dude.
Nobody can match my style. I'm the disc golf king, gonna make 'em smile.
Wow.
I got my technique, it's
Come gather round, we got news to share. Aaron and Dave on the air, talking about the green culture, the scene. Two dope dudes, keeping it clean. Rolling up and down,
Wow.
passing it around.
How different things could have been, dude.
Town to town, from local to national, cannabis connection, dropping facts and insights without objection. Two dope
Nice.
dudes, spreading
Out in-
cannabis news. Two dope dudes, take away the blues. Join the conversation.
Really? I don't have any clue. And I don't even know what that means. There's so many. Yeah, I don't know. Storms are good here now. Gawani, thank you very much for asking. Nah, but I'm doing all right. Bro, let me go see what this is. No, super weak. No, super weak. Dude, I should really get aggressive. What is Funky Green? Never been played before. My car is safe. You guys will never... My boy who fucking was going through some shit at the same time as me. A tree fell on my car. He had a car hit his house. Last night texted me and said a fucking tree fell on my house. I saw it. I saw the pictures. Tree on the house. Wild. Dude, this is smoking green. Herb medicine? Fabulous shopkeeper? Shit. Little tiny fence so my dog don't go in? I don't really even know what the hell some of this stuff is, but it is pretty neat. Let's see.
Feeling low, got the blues, don't know what to do. But I got a remedy. Gonna share it with you.
Yeah, see, a lot of this stuff, man, I should go back and listen to all of it. Hey, you silly cat food fuck, though. What an absolute bop. We've been deprived of some genuine bangers. Big Dong? What kind of fucking song is Big Dong?
In a world so full of trouble, I found my sweet escape. A subject so delightful, I just can't help but celebrate. With every stride he takes,
No
brings a smile
way.
on my face. It's not about what's down there, it's the confidence and grace. Singing, hey,
What?
raise is long. It's big and it's strong, yeah. But it's not just the size that makes him stand tall. It's the way he loves and gives his all.
What the fuck was happening this night? The Big Dong song got fucking made. Streets of the Windy City. People were just telling me what to write about, and I would just fucking type it in real fast, make AI, make a song, and then slam it in here. Hunter Grunt Hans Falsch. I don't know what that means.
In the heart of Berlin, where the night never sleeps, there's a place, hidden gem, where the music runs deep. Underground vibrations pounding through the walls.
It's terrible, whatever it is.
Sunday morning, wake up feeling fine.
This is when just about the time I started putting give me male vocals to everything, because God did it just...
Step in the groove, let the rhythm take control. Feel the beat pulsating deep within your soul. 16 melodies, retro beats
Ah.
and it sees. It's time to dance.
How is Hey You Silly Cat Food Fuck on this page? We're so far ahead.
Console, endless gaming joy. With every Hey, you silly cat food fuck. Why you look like a big black dog?
Wow. Mama's Love has plays to it. Let me tell you what. The Tale of P. Diddler. Look at this, has 23 plays. It's been published, for fuck's sakes.
In a quiet little village on a dark and dreary night, there lived a man named P. Diddler, full of mischief and fright. With his long and slender fingers, he
Yeah, no,
would reach out oh so
John, that's a good question. That actually is relevant to fucking what Papa was talking about and to the Caleb altogether. So, You nail it. You don't have to be kidding.
P. Diddler, what a wicked soul you are. Taking innocence so swiftly, leaving scars that won't mend far. The village folks, they whispered about the toucher in their midst, but fear kept them silent, their tongues forever clenched with fist. P. Diddler, your deeds won't go unseen, for justice will be served and your won't stay so keen. P. Diddler, your time is running out. The village folk will rise and put an end to your cruel life.
That's it. Oh, there you go, Drum. Don't you know the power of the dollar?
Don't you know the power of the dollar? Don't you know the power of the dollar, the almighty dollar? If you don't, then just give me a holler. Better yet, don't bother. It takes an evil man to scheme an evil plan. Takes everything
Such
to
a
save it
bop.
in your hand. Hand. He'll mosey on over. Put his hand upon your shoulder.
Remember when? Oh man,
Everything's
fucking I used to hallucinate 3-second songs and stuff. God, I'm just nostalgia tripping over here.
Don't you know the power of the dollar, the almighty dollar? If you don't, then just give me a holler. Better yet, don't bother. It
Hail of
takes
P.
an
Diddy.
evil man to scheme an evil plan. Takes
Protected nights,
everything
like,
that you say with- Late night feeling right, I'm ready for a thrill.
Lucy's in charge. Gary, you remember this shit? I wish Gary was here.
See the dog with eyes so bright. She's got a
The dog is in charge, though, to be honest with you. He'll bite your face off. Little man, big heart. How cool. Skibbity bebop. Dibbity. Dibyo dad dub dub. Oh, this is fucking bop pop 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 pop. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So yeah, they're not even like wow. Wow, woo, wee woo. All right, hold up. Wait a minute. Bob just shared with me some good shit. Trying to. Yeah. Yep, that's about right, dude. um. So yeah, what? Yeah, yeah. Uh, early morning riser. Style disc golf in a laid back at open to players of all skill levels and encourage newcomers especially. You are new to the game, sanctioned events, or just want to play some disc golf with some people, come on out and we'll get you paired up with some helpful people. How many times can you say people in one fucking sentence? This is a traveling sanction league that also does bag tags. Initial fee for your first time playing is $20, 15 for a tag, and $5 for the round. Your $15 tag fee covers the cost of tags. It goes into the club fund for future sessions to purchase tags, trophies, etc. Round cost breakdown $1 PDGA sanction. Do not need to Be current PDJ member to participate. $2 cash ATP, $2 A spot optional. We will start check-ins at 7 a.m. and tee off at 7:30 a.m. sharp. Be there or be gay. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, what was I just saying? Don't hack me, please. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, Guap. That's and you know, I might be slightly to blame for that one had it not been them putting a six sum directly in front of me, which you know how I feel about it. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think that's the other thing is, like I said, it's just not being spatially aware. Or not really giving a fuck about spatially aware or not. It's feeling entitled to something. And that's why I think, like, I lack entitlement. Even though it's been going on longer and there's more effort that's put into it with consistency. The thing that we do, I don't really care. We can share space. We can all figure it out at some point. But to be aware of how small of a time gap you have to make so that you're not interrupting anything, I think that that's like the lack of awareness that I'm like, okay, well, but like nothing surprises me anymore. Dude, I want to say that this is one of the earliest it's one of the earliest like copies that I did of songs. Crazy as hell. Pretty trash.
You walk the streets with
There's a good chance that I try and get the team challenge thing back together again. Now that I have a little bit of a traceability thing, I also may try to make like a scoring for that or something maybe too. That'd be sweet. Yeah, all right. I need to get that team challenge part back together though. This is of the sun. Dude. Pasadiga Ibawai. Bro, I'm about to get nostalgic on this fucking music app today.
Sweet, I didn't blink. I let it in my eyes like an exotic drink. The radio playing songs that I have never heard. I don't know what to say, oh, not another word. Just la 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 la. Just la 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 world. Just la 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 world. It's all around the world. Just la 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 la. Just la 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 world. Just la 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 la.
Yeah, I'll spare you all watching me go through old music, though some of it's probably gonna be bangers, and some of you might have been around for the creation of, But thanks again to everybody who is ever a part of any of this stuff. Guapo, Sean Whitney, Brandon Krieger, John Voight, Mr. Rourke, Tulsa Courier, Kevin Lyman, Chi-Town Hi-Fi, Mrs. Battle Courier, Scotty Long, and Kawani Austinako. To all my friends, thank you again for coming to hang out. I love y'all. I really do. And I hope you strike peace when you seek it. I hope you find love when you need it. And I hope you can cope when you feel it. And y'all are some damn peacekeepers. Go out there and keep the peace and never forget.
Avocado, 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 potato, 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 potato.
Never forget.
Hey, fentanyl ain't no good. Hey, fentanyl ain't no good. Hey, fentanyl ain't no good.
It's donuts! Donuts! I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you here next week. I will see Mr. Rourke before you see me here next week. You will see me on the course. I look forward to it greatly. Donuts! Love you guys. You ever need anything, holler at me.